everybody, Brian from the Habitat Podcast coming to you from my farm in Northeast Ohio. Beautiful May day, Memorial Day weekend, getting ready to plant some killer food plots. We got Border Patrol and Chicory going down today, and if I got enough time I'm going to try to get some climatize in also. But stay tuned, we're going to be bringing you step by step of how we get this in the ground. We're going to have it on our Facebook channel, YouTube, and we'll be sharing on Instagram also. So thanks for checking in, guys. I'll catch up with you later. Okay, I just wanted to give you a quick breakdown of this layout. This was the old approximately 12-acre commercially ag farm field. On the south edge of my property, there's a road out here. This is my property line. I started planting some Norway spruce along here just to block the visual side of it. I got to put some fence up because the neighbor runs cows, and you can see this great fence that he has here, one strand. It's been times the cows have gotten out, so I got to spend money to put a fence up. But anyway, you guys know what it's like dealing with neighbors and trespassers and everything else. But block of timber, about 20 acres before you get to my backfield. Lots of bedding, lots of early successional growth I've been working on. So here on the corner, we're going to run Border Patrol all the way up to the wood line. And this Border Patrol will stay on the right side here. And you can see I got it split off here. I'm going to run some Chicory down the left side, Border Patrol on the right. Border Patrol will come down to here, and then Border Patrol all the way around this edge that I have tilled. So I'm keeping all my killer food plots mixes over on this side. If you remember, I talked about where this point is. That is where my alfalfa is along the wood line there. I have corn, beans, all Roundup ready. Roundup ready alfalfa, corn, and beans. So everything I got to spray, I want to keep away from my mixes. So I'm going to keep all the mixes here that I won't have to worry about getting sprayed tucked up against this wood line. I'm going to split this too also. It's going to be Border Patrol. I'm not sure what I'm going to put in here yet. Maybe a strip of climatize, maybe a strip of clover, we'll see. I might even have some time to mow and till up the rest of this. This is usually pretty wet, a couple spots along the woods here. That's why I've left that growing up. And you can see I've got it accessorized with some trees. I've got a couple apples, I've got a couple of sawtooth oaks, I got some crab apples along the tree line. And that's what you want to do. You just want to break it up the best you can, give the deer some variety, and go from there. But I'm going to get some fertilizer spread. I'm going to give it some nitrogen, some urea, some 4600, and then I also got a few 1010s. The soil was really good here. They planted soybeans the last couple of years, so there's plenty of nitrogen, but I like to always till in a little bit of 4600 just to give everything a boost, get it up above the weeds, especially if you're planting mixes. So I'm going to get this spread, get it tilled in, and check back in with you. All right, we got all of our fertilizer spread. Won't do me any good to tell you what I put down because I know what my soil needs. The only way for you to know is to get your soil tested, so make sure you do that. Also, another important thing is bring your rangefinder. Range off these plots, know exactly what size they are. I have an acreage calculator on my phone, and I have a cheat sheet broken down by 1/8 acre, 1/4 acre, 1/2 acre, how many yards they are. So all I have to do is hit it with my rangefinder, and I know exactly how much fertilizer and, more importantly, how much seed to put down. So we're working with about 1/8 of an acre on half of this row. So that means I'm going to take 1/8 of that bag of chicory, because that plant's 1 acre. So both rows would make it 1/4 acre, so then I would split it into fourths, and so on and so forth. So it's very important to know the size of your plots. It doesn't have to be exact, but get in the ballpark so you're not wasting fertilizer, not wasting seed. I'm going to get this tilled in. We're going to hit it with our PackerMaxx, and then we'll be ready to plant. Well, got everything seeded. Border Patrol is going to come all the way down right to the tree line. This will get planted in something later on. So like I said, everything on the right side of this, all the way to the tree line, all the way out around, is going to be Border Patrol. Chicory on this half, same thing here. Border Patrol on the right, chicory on the left, and that Border Patrol will run all the way out along the edge to that point. So that'll get this plot here, or all of these plots, a nice broken up feel, because you'll have a row of Border Patrol, another row of Border Patrol, so these deer will feel secure coming out of this wood line here. Lots of bedding in there, like I talked about before. But she's done. You see the PackerMaxx grooves, beautiful seed bed, and just need some rain. All right, guys and gals, check back in with you later.